And then I danced since I was 3 years old, so that was the dance part.
Yeah.
I wanted to be on Broadway.
Didn't we all?
Yeah. Not everybody, but
I guess not. Yeah.
Some creatives for sure.
So this is your interview. Introduce yourself real briefly. Briefly, just who are you?
You don't know by now? It's been 10 years. I'm Sharon Goldmacher. I'm president of Communications 21, digital marketing and PR firm. We are celebrating our 34th year in business this year. And I've seen a lot of changes in Atlanta over the time that I've been here. And I still love what I do every day.
Well, that was a nice little intro. I know we're talking about C21, but do you want to go back in time to the pre-C21 days?
Oof.
And we're going to travel back, and you're going to let us know about college. Yeah, travel back into time. So why did you pick Tulane for college?
Ooh, it was really, I didn't pick Tulane. My end-all be-all goal was to be at Stanford. I didn't get in. My next end-all be-all goal was UNC Chapel Hill. I didn't get in. I did get into University of Colorado and Emory University and a few others. But my sister lived in Atlanta, and that was great, but I also wanted to be in a city on my own.
Yeah.
And so I had visited her in Atlanta, and I loved Atlanta. It was so green, and it was just a very fun city, but I didn't want to go to college where I really knew people. So I picked Tulane. They picked me, and so I decided to go there, and my goal was to go there for a year and transfer. Oh. And I met my college roommate, who was still a best friend today, and she was amazing, and I ended up staying.
Oh. And what about your major? Why did you double major, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I think many people that know me, I'm a little competitive. So my sister double majored, so I had to double major, and I almost minored in dance. So I double majored in political science and communications, and then was 4 credits away from a dance minor. But
yeah,
my dad said, "You stay, you pay," and I said, "I'm good."
Yeah.
So I graduated.
Oh, why those majors?
I thought I was going to be a lawyer.
Oh.
I love to argue, like debate.
Yeah.
Not necessarily argue, but I love to debate a point, and I thought I was going to be a litigator. And I thought I love to write, so communications was communications at Tulane was a little weird. It wasn't like PR is now. There wasn't a public relations major. And so it was around speech and some other areas, but it gave me an opportunity to write and write creatively, and that part I loved. So that's why communications. And then I danced since I was 3 years old, so that was the dance part.
Yeah.
I wanted to be on Broadway.
Didn't we all?
Yeah. Not everybody, but
I guess not. Yeah.
Some creatives for sure.
Yeah. So you were involved in like the fledgling dance program there, right? Or like turning it into a actual major?
Yeah. Yes. We went from a club. We were the Newcomb Dance Club, and we turned it into a company. And that was my junior year. And from there, yes, they put curriculum around it so you could graduate with a major. I just went back for a reunion. A teacher of mine who is still teaching just retired, and I met a bunch of students that had graduated as majors, and it was really impressive. One woman's working on her doctorate about speakeasies, like dancing in speakeasies. And it was really, it's kind of fascinating how it how it grew.
Yeah.
But I was principal dancer there for 2 years in the company, and I'm very proud of that.
That is cool. So how'd you end up back in it? Well, I guess it was your first time in Atlanta, like living in Atlanta when you finally moved here.
Yes.
Yeah.
My college roommate from junior and senior year was from Atlanta, and my sister was here, and she was one of 5 daughters, and one of her sisters had a place that we could rent, and I convinced another roommate of mine to move down from New York, and we picked Atlanta, and she is still here, and I am still here, and my roommate who was from Atlanta got married and moved to Tampa, so she's not here, but the rest of her family is. So.
That's cool. Well, let's talk about C21 now that we've moved into Atlanta. And I know we've talked about this before, but if you want to give like the short version of why you started your own agency.
Ooh, yeah. I got fired from my second official job, and I truly loved what I did, but I am not great with authority. So although I'm told what to do all the time now, whether it's by you guys or by clients, but I thought I wanted to make my own decisions. And so I went out on my own, kind of really sadly with no plan and not a lot of money. So it was a very bootstrapped type situation. But I had some clients that were willing to help out and gave me some space and a phone number and someone to answer the phone. So I sounded bigger than I was when I first got started, and I had a little desk, and then I ended up getting a couple of clients and just went from there. Yeah. And that was that. But it was a lot. I was a young, dumb boss, and I made a lot of mistakes, but every day was learning, and I'm still learning today, and that's what makes it so much fun.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to ask, is like, what is it about this industry that was like so exciting? Why are you still with it?
I mean, literally every day is a learning experience. And I think if you're not learning, you're dying.
Yeah.
So I learn something new from you guys every day. I learn something new from clients. Sometimes I bang my head against the wall because I'm like, really? But yeah, it's never boring. I call this the snowflake company because no 2 days are the same, just like no 2 snowflakes. And I think there are some days that I just go home and I'm like, God, what a great day, because I learned X, Y, and Z. And then there are days that I am like, Jesus. But I am never bored.
Yeah.
And I think I live in fear of being bored, literally. So yeah. I'm a type of person who doesn't do well with just chilling. I always have to feel productive, whether that's at home or on vacation, which annoys people, or here at the office. But it allows me to get out that productivity need that I must meet.
You always have to be learning.
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything
The
about...
more you know, as you say.
Yeah, I do say that a lot. Is there anything about the industry now that you never would have expected, like the changes over the years?
My God. I mean, I can't even imagine. AI is just a mind blower.
Yeah.
And I sat at my second job. My first job was out in Roswell in this tiny, dank little office where the woman who went on to become like the head of communications for Wellstar, but at the time she was a student and I had graduated, and she and I would literally write press releases sitting next to each other together, staring at a tiny little screen. And to go from that to being able to have a computer in your pocket and being able to instantly reply to people via social media, none of that was ever in the thought process, but being able to put in a prompt and say, or upload a document and say, make this better or improve this or change this, or, is definitely not something that I anticipated. So.
Generate this image. Crazy.
And create videos. And I mean, the good and the bad of those things. I mean, I think there's a lot of scary out there for sure.
Definitely. Agreed.
But as long as human intervention is still a possibility and the machines haven't taken over, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
So that's the goal.
Here's hoping. Let's talk about some of your favorite projects that you've worked on over the years.
That requires memory.
Yeah.
Which I've rapidly run out of.
It's hard. Well, it's hard to remember 30 years of
40
projects. Yeah. But are there a couple that really stand out in your mind?
We did a lot of work for the dairy industry, and at one point we probably covered half the country with the clients that we worked with, which was, exciting for a small company. But we were tasked by our client at the time to come up with some kind of project that would be kind of innovative, and she had heard of another industry doing something with kind of milkmen type, a look of milkmen. And so we kind of took that and ran with it, and it was when inline skating was really just getting popular. And we created an inline skate team of kids really in their kind of late teens, early 20s, dressed them up in old 1950 style milkmen uniforms and booked appearances for them to ultimately just get out the information about the benefits of eating milk, cheese, and yogurt. But they did it in a very entertaining way. And it was a crazy idea that the client loved, and it just kind of blossomed. And I think getting them booked to skate in the Kentucky Derby parade was a highlight. And, just some things that really before the internet existed, which I know is hard for you to even imagine.
I remember it.
But we built the first website, and I think that was in the late 90s when websites were not readily
the search was horrible
available. So just learning even how to build a website back then when there wasn't the availability and tools and all that. So that was a good one. I think the Georgia Cyber Center is another great one. In my mind, just being able to use my commercial real estate marketing background and help a state agency figure out how to build a building, how to open a building, how to brand a building. That was great. And I know there's hundreds more. I would say for me, Final Four, working as a volunteer for the Final Four that was here in 2007, and then ultimately becoming executive director of the local organizing committee was just huge and definitely memorable. And unfortunately, we still have a lot of memorabilia around here that's outdated and should come down. But
it's never outdated. It's memorabilia.
Is memorabilia, yeah. But those are a lot of the highlights.
Yeah.
Now the hockey project is
the hockey
project. Trying to bring hockey back to Georgia will, knock wood, would be another major career highlight. So
that's what I was going to ask, is if there's something that you haven't had a chance to do or work on that you really would love to. And I know seeing that become reality is one goal, but
100%. We've done a lot for being the size agency that we are. I feel good about, contributing to not just our clients, but to the city of Atlanta, the Jazz Festival. Those are all great projects that I'm proud that we worked on, and we did a great job. And I don't know what the future holds. I mean, I'm always looking forward to it.
Yep. So we talked C21, but we're going to get into a little more Atlanta-related questions now.
Okay.
So we can have some variety in this interview. I know you were one of like the first ones in Inman Park, like when it was getting like, and I guess not renovated, but revitalized kind of. So tell us a little bit about how did you end up here and have the vision to have our office space here? Because we've been here since before the Beltline was even like a thing.
Yes, and unfortunately, I'd love to take all the credit for the vision. Kirk Rich, our dear friend and broker, had the vision. But I had office, when I first got started, the place to be was Buckhead. Mm-hmm. And we moved around, I think, 3 times in the first year and a half that we were, because we were subletting space. Yeah. So if the landlord went, I had to move with them. And I spent probably a third of my own personal salary, which was nothing, on letterhead changes, like just reprinting our letterhead for our new address and business cards. And so I quickly learned that I wanted to be in control of my own destiny. So I ended up signing a lease on, I think, on Far Road. Was that the first one? Or we may have been on Lenox Road. No, Far Road. And then we moved to Lenox. And I was like, oh, we'll get to see the fireworks. I saw one thing of fireworks. I had to open the window and turn my head like this and saw the fireworks, and then all the blowback of the fireworks stuff. And I was like, I'm done watching the fireworks. And you paid a lot in rent, and you got no real benefit and no control of the air conditioning, which was also, I'm a control freak. So I wanted to control the temperature. So ultimately I started talking to Kirk about what it would look like to purchase office space. And I scrounged so much, like squirreled away money over many years to try and get a down payment together. And he showed me space over on the west side, which at the time really wasn't, it had King Plow, and there really wasn't anything else over there. So my thought was, if anything happens over here, it's going to take a while. And, will my team members want to come over here when there's not much? But it was cool over there, but it wasn't really built out yet. And so I was nervous. Inman Park at least had kind of a reputation for being a interesting place to be, but also was still, you had to get in your ar to drive for food for the first 3 years we were here. But when I walked up, when he showed me the building did not have a back. It was just 3 sides of a building. And I had to crawl underneath kind of some mud and dirt and stuff to get in the space. And I was seriously like, what are you showing me? And it was just empty. But I had done enough real estate marketing and been to enough buildings from ground up that I could see that there was potential. Mm-hmm. I didn't have the vision that he had, but I was like, maybe this could be. And I have to say, there were 5 developers in, doing the mixed use, so townhomes, single family homes, some retail, and they were all very kind of connected on the same page and really willing to kind of work with tenants, because it was so, you were a pioneer when you came down here. So, but we took a chance, and it's kind of amazing how it's worked out, because the Beltline is such a fantastic amenity. The tax for the Beltline, not as much a great amenity, but the benefit for all. And just to see what's happened down here, and the Krog Street and all the restaurants, and it's really kind of been incredible. So
I mean, even just down the street, all of that wasn't there. Like, there was some, but there's a lot more.
I mean, just Inman Quarter coming in, and And there's changes, obviously, and there'll be continue to be changes. But it's funny, when I leave on Thursdays, even Thursdays are the new Fridays.
Yes.
And you drive by a Vinoteca, and it's just live music, people sitting out on the sidewalk, and I'm like, don't you have jobs?
Yeah,
But
people in our parking deck trying to go to restaurants that weren't there years ago.
yeah, do you remember how many restaurants? I mean, you've been here 10 years. How many restaurants Del Bar was before it became Del Bar?
Oh, yeah. Is there anything from Atlanta of the past that you miss? Like any places or things that used to happen?
Oh, gosh. I miss less people, because driving was a lot nicer 25 years ago. That's a good question. Yeah, Bell Bottoms. I miss Bell Bottoms. It was a 80s dance club.
Ooh.
Yeah, in Buckhead. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Definitely reminded me of college days. So you just walk in, you knew all the music. People were out there dancing. That was great. Other than that,
that's it. Just bring that back.
I would love that, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can still go to the Varsity. You can still get an FO and a chili cheese dog. And I mean, there's on some levels there's a lot that's changed, and on other levels there isn't. The Majestic is still there. It's kind of shocking.
Yeah.
Like, you can go there at 2 a.m. and still get breakfast. So
we have this reputation for like raising all the buildings and
yes,
like rebuilding here, so it is kind of nice to see that some things are still around.
Definitely.
So,
Plaza Theater,
yeah.
you know, I mean,
the Fox is still there.
Hanging on.
Still there.
Doing great.
Yep.
I do love the Fox. Yeah. I'm looking forward to my Friday night, High Fidelity with John Cusack. So that'll be fun.
Are there any Atlanta traditions that you participate in regularly? Like
I used to go watch people run the Peachtree Road Race, but I don't get up that early on a Saturday anymore. When I'm in town, I do like to go to see the Dragon Con parade.
Yeah,
because I don't get into it the level that you guys do, but I'm a voyeur, and I love to just see the creative costumes that people come up with, and I truly love Halloween, and I do miss that some of my friends who have aged out of going to Halloween parties that I used to go with them to, they don't go anymore, and I do miss that.
Yeah.
Give me a good dress-up party and a way to be somebody else for a night. I love it.
Same. Me too. So, what kind of hobbies do you have outside of work? I know you've been biking more.
Yes.
Anything else?
Well, I love to golf when I get the chance. So, the nice thing about being involved with Crew Atlanta is that there's a group of women who are trying to golf once a week. The course that we normally play at has been under reconstruction, so we would have normally started by now, but I think we'll start in July, so hopefully I will get to do that. But it's a nice mental break, although golf is incredibly frustrating. But you make that one par hole and it just sucks you back in. So, so I do enjoy that. I like walking the dogs on the Beltline, not necessarily in the summer, but that's nice. Harder with a little bit older dogs to be on the Beltline, and the east side is like Manhattan now, so you kind of have to go at different times. But I like going over to the west side, and I would say the other things are pickleball. I do like playing pickleball. I'm not playing a lot right now, but that's fun. And in terms of biking, Atlanta's really hilly, and it's regular old bike's a struggle for me. So I do love my little e-bike, so I can keep up with people who are better cyclists than I am. And it's much more enjoyable.
Right. That's kind of the point. Other than the exercise.
Yeah.
Which I guess is part of it. Is there anything that you've been wanting to learn that you haven't had a chance to yet?
Tons of things. I would, yes. I mean, honestly, I would love to be able to do videos, like to layer sound and know how to do the cuts and all that. To me, obviously, you guys have all the skills, and it makes me mad that I don't have the skills. Like, I want to be able to go in and do some of the things myself. So I would love to learn more about that. In general, photography, I think, would also be great. And I really would love to get back into a dance class.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'd be really scared. But it would be fun. It would be humbling, and I would likely cry. So I don't know if I have the courage, but maybe one day I'll try and get there.
I can see how it would be difficult to get back into, and like you have these expectations of like what it was before.
Yesteryear.
Yeah. I understand with some of my past skills as well.
Little trumpeting and
it takes a little bit to try to get back to that level, and I don't know. It's like maybe that's not
used to be
possible.
good.
It was so good before, and now it's gone. Yeah, well, let's do like a one that's you're gonna have to think about for a second here. So, if you could travel back in time,
any time period
in your life.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that's really going to require some thought.
Tell past you some wisdom.
Yeah.
What would you tell yourself?
So I have a sticker on my computer that says, be curious and be empathetic. And my empathy level when I was younger was probably negative. So I have very high standards for myself. And as a young boss, I had very high standards for my people. And probably was just an idiot as a boss. At 28, 29, I really just didn't know what I was doing. And I lost some good people as a result of that, but it was a lesson learned. And I did have the benefit of having some people who helped me see the light, which was also good. I think managing people is by far the hardest part. And if I could go back, I would likely say, work on your management skills and be more chill.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Be more chill.
Be more chill.
Easier said than done.
For sure.
All right, let's do some rapid fire fun questions now.
Okay.
Sort of.
Try. Rapid, sort of.
Sort of fun. All right. What's your favorite color?
Red.
We know that. Favorite artist, band?
Oh, that's really hard. But Earth, Wind, and Fire is really the number one, followed by Prince, I would say, number two. So,
yes. What was your first concert?
Kenny Loggins.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard that before.
In Boston.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Best vacation?
Oh, God.
It can be in recent memory.
Best vacation. New Zealand.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh my God, I don't even know if I've ever sang karaoke.
Really?
Yeah. I played drums badly in a band, but I don't know if I've sang karaoke.
Oh no.
What's yours?
It depends on if I'm in a group or not. Oops, I'm calling it suspected spam. Yeah, if I have a partner, it's different than if I.
Okay, what's your solo?
Oh, I had one. Well, it depends. Maybe a musical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Part of Your World or something from Little Mermaid, maybe.
Okay.
But I do love like a duo of Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Like, if you're willing to make people endure like a 7-minute song.
A good Meatloaf song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole theatrical performance. So
100%.
Yeah.
I did not have, because of course that came out originally when I was growing up, and I did not have the appreciation for Meatloaf at the time, but I would say it's grown over the years.
Yes.
For sure.
What's your most used emoji?
Oh, I mean, boring, smiley,
It's okay.
or heart.
The heart is good. Favorite movie?
Oy. The Philadelphia Story. If you're not familiar, it stars Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant, and Jimmy Stewart. And it is the best drunk scene in any movie to this day. Jimmy Stewart is phenomenal.
What's your favorite podcast?
Well, that is tough. I have taken a break from Smartless for a little while, but I would say that was definitely up there. Good Hang with Amy Poehler, I'm into, and Criminal. They really have some whack stories that I am just like, how have I never heard of this? But yeah, I mean, and the way she says .com is just, it drives me crazy, but it's also fascinating to hear her say. So,
Do you have a favorite month?
March, of course. It's my
Okay.
birthday.
That is weird because I would pick October. And that's my birthday month. It's
Is
the
it
weather.
weird?
It's the weather, though.
Yeah, March weather stinks.
Yeah.
I could never have the pool party growing up because my sister's birthday was in June, which stunk, but whatever. It's still my favorite month.
All right, we're at our final question that both Frances and I answered. Do you have a secret skill that other people don't generally know about?
I don't know if I can say it on camera. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oy. Well, it's not math, that's for sure.
It took me a second, too. Frances had a good one, though.
What was hers?
She had, like, a duck call. She can make a real duck call.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can whistle for a cab. Like
There's your skill.
the two fingers really loud. People turn and like, that's you? I'm like, yeah, that's me. My parents grew up in New York City, so you have to know how to do it.
I feel like we need a demonstration.
I don't know, really.
Yeah.
It's not going to look pretty. All right, we'll
It's
see if
our-
I can do
it's
it.
our closing.
We'll see if I can do it. No pressure.
Wow.
That hurt myself.
I need earplugs. All right, well, that's all of the 10,000 questions that I had for you.
All right.
Thanks for the interview.
I loved it. Thank you for being a great interviewer.
I tried.